Yo, in today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that will make you question everything.
One drink that leaches the magnesium and the calcium out of the body, and that is caffeine. Now, there was a bit of a groan last night when I mentioned this one. Most people don't realise that coffee is a huge contributing factor to dehydration, to heart malfunction, and also to imbalance in heartbeats. So there are some things that have to stop if you want to keep the heart withal diligent, and one of them is caffeine, because of the way it leaches the magnesium out of the body. And as you can see by what I just described, magnesium is so important. Anyone that comes to me with high blood pressure, we do quite a few changes, but we always supplement with magnesium because it keeps that heart muscle at rest. You see, your systolic is your high point and your diastolic is your bottom one. It relaxes that diastolic and brings it down a little bit. And the Celtic salt can do that. But how often are people with high blood pressure told to what? No salt. When everyone at work is going out to get their coffee or their cigarette to get a boost, you just get your crystal of Celtic salt, put it on your tongue, have a glass of water, and you watch that little energy boost that you will get. And you won't get the drop like they will all get. They might get initial rise, but then there's always a corresponding drop. And
Yo, they came at me out the gate with this one. Listen, I drink coffee like faithfully every morning, and you know what? I think it's an addiction at this point because most of the time I'll be awake, right? I don't even feel like I need the coffee. And then I'll just go ahead and go to my French press and start making me some coffee just because I'm addicted, man. And I think it does dehydrate you a lot. Sometimes if I drink too much coffee, you know, my armpits will start sweating or something like that. And it's like, what the heck is going on here? You know, and she says it depletes you of magnesium. Honestly, I didn't start going bald like that until I started drinking a lot of coffee, a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of Red Bulls, things like that, just to stay awake because I had started working as an adult. Man, I guess I gotta break the coffee, y'all, and get some of that Celtic salt. If anybody knows where I can find some Celtic salt, leave me a comment down below. Them Simpsons, man. This was the world coming to. Man's got pulled over for me. Listen, man, this is gonna be crazy. I talked about this a while ago, right? On either my Facebook or I don't know where I posted it, but I said spatial reality is going to be the future. And this is back when Microsoft had announced their spatial reality things. And we were talking about how, you know, you can walk down the street and a person might be selling something, right, virtually, say a ebook or something, right? So if they're selling an ebook, they'll be able to walk down the street and have that ebook right there on their shoulder. If you've got those goggles on, right, those Apple goggles or whatever they're called, Apple Vision, and you're walking down the street and you walk past this person, they're going to have that ebook right there on their shoulder. You click on the ebook, boop, boop, 2 taps. Now you got that ebook downloaded into your library and they got $9.99 in their bank account. And they didn't even know they made a sale. That's what the world's coming to, y'all. Crazy stuff. Man, for this spatial reality future that we headed to. And you know what's crazy about that? This just came to mind. Back when this episode came out, I forgot what year it was. It was some years ago. Apple filed a patent for their Apple Vision Pro the day the episode came out. Come on, man. Come on, man. These must be in cahoots with each other.
Christopher Walken plays this kind of retired con man who has managed to find a way of living on less than $5 a day, $5 a day. And that's something I think we'd all like to do. But he knows how to get everything for free, how to never have to spend any money.
Going on here?
He knows what time hotels put out courtesy coffee in Danish, so he'll arrive at the hotel at 11 o'clock when they just put out the coffee and grab himself a free coffee.
So this is a film we can learn from.
I think it is. I think it's good in these troubled times, in the times when houses are being repossessed and everyone's pocketbook is tight. I think you could learn a lot from this movie, and also laugh and cry at the same time.
Excellent. So why don't you guys choose this IHOP?
I knew it's the reason I didn't like to eat at IHOP, y'all.
I'll never talk to a doctor about my general health ever again. If I break my arm, I'm going to go see a doctor. If I need surgery, I'm going to go see a doctor.
Yes,
my
sir.
general health, never again. None of them know what they're talking about. They're all full of shit. All they know is to put you on pills and put you on medicine. That's all they know. None of these doctors know anything about human biology. Everything they've learned is about medicine. Right? Getting you on medication.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this feels weird. Take this.
Hey, for real, they practice medicine. It's a practice, and they just practicing on us people.
Medication.
I
Oh,
know
that
it
doesn't
will.
feel right. Take this medication. Finally, you're on 3-4 different medications that have 10 different side effects and mess you up in 10 different ways. And that's what I was feeling. I'm on no medication now.
You were on medication before?
Yeah, I was on thyroid, I was on cholesterol, and I was on high blood pressure medicine. And now I'm on none of that. And my blood work has never been better. I've never felt better. And, you know, I am not the same person I was a year and a half ago.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
Facts. Stay free, y'all. Stay free.
People are going to know why it failed. Trump and the MAGA Republicans.
Do people not realize he can close the border right now? Blaming Republicans and Trump makes zero sense. They all want to close the border. There does not need to be a bill. He can do it right now. Do people believe this? He's saying to not let petty bipartisan politics get in the way, but in the same breath, he's blaming Republicans and Trump. So he recognizes the border is a problem, the world is watching, and he could do it right now.
Life is vibration. So is mind, so is matter. Electricity or vibration is that same energy, same power. You can call it God. All force is vibration, as all comes from one central vibration taking different form. And as the electrical vibrations are given, know that life itself, to be sure, is the creative force or God, yet its manifestations in man are electrical or vibratory. Electricity is God in action. Seeing this, feeling this, knowing this, you will find that not only does the body become revivified, but by the creating in every atom of its being the knowledge of the activity of this creative force or principle as related to spirit, mind, body, all three are renewed. The Buddha said, anything that arises in the mind starts flowing as a sensation on the body. All matter in the universe vibrates at different frequencies, including every living being on Earth. The intensity and frequency of these vibrations are unique to each individual and can vary based on their experiences. We are attuned to our own vibrations, but they can be influenced by external or internal forces. Vibrations are a cohesive force in nature, as all force is vibration. Our bodies emit vibrations that control our mental and physical processes, which are collectively known as the aura. Each sensory organ in our body reflects a different vibration. According to the teachings of Ascended Master Saint Germain, raising one's vibration and frequency is the key to transforming any aspect of their life, including healing of any dis-ease, achieving abundance, and attaining transfiguration of the physical body into the ascended realm. He said,
the food that they think is the same is not the same anymore.
You sure ain't.
Everybody's for free choice. Whether we're liberal or whether we're conservative, we've all got that streak in us. But the fact is, you cannot have free choice unless you have an informed choice. And you can't have an informed choice if they're lying about what's on the label. What about Pam cooking spray? Everybody knows what Pam is. It's some kind of little healthy oil with compressed air that you spray it and it gets on your pan. It's not compressed air. That, you know, and they don't tell you, but it's butane and propane. People don't understand that they are spraying lighter fluid on their children's hot cakes. And it's fabulously.
Hold on, I gotta go talk to my wife right now. Listen, who else cooks with ham or any of these non-stick sprays that they have out there, right? You know, I'm sure everyone has one of these in their household, or if they don't right now, they had one, or their mom or dad had one in their household. But that's crazy. This stuff got butane in it, lighter fluid.
Successful. But we can sue their pants off.
There's a specific place where hell is on earth. In the Bible, Jesus said one of my disciples named Antipas would die and be martyred, right? Now, Saint Antipas was martyred and he was killed in, you know that torture bowl? So they put somebody in like a metal bowl and like boil them alive.
boil it, okay.
Yeah, that happened in Geneva, Switzerland. People are saying Geneva, Switzerland is the literal place of hell. It's literally the portal to hell, or that's at least where the devil resides, because that's what it says in the Bible. Now check this out.
Okay.
Do you know what else is in Geneva, Switzerland?
What?
CERN.
Oh.
CERN headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland, and the CERN logo is what? Six, fam. CERN is working on particle generation and messing with matter of the universe to tear our dimension with the supernatural and the natural, fam.
Yeah.
So what if theory? They're trying to open the portal to hell, bro.
Krishna has 7 holes in his flute. Jesus has 7 seals on his scroll. Hermes has 7 strings on his harp. Samson has 7 locks on his beard. Noah is on an ark with 7 other passengers, Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. Noah being the sun and his passengers being the 7 colors of the rainbow, just like Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. Goku must collect 7 Dragon Balls to unlock Shenron, symbolizing the Kundalini dragon that is risen once you've channeled up your energy through the 7 chakras. That is why Sonic the Hedgehog has to collect 7 Chaos Emeralds. There are 7 wonders of the world, but not really. The only reason why they say 7 is because everything is 7, such as the number of holes in your face, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, and a mouth. That's also why we say 7th heaven, because it's the highest ascension. We have 7 luminaries, which are the 7 planets that are visible to the naked eye. This is why we have 7 days of the week. Sunday is sun, Monday is moon, Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday is Mercury, Thursday is Jupiter, Friday is Venus, and Saturday is Saturn. There are 7 virtues and there are 7 deadly sins. There are actually 7 vowels, A, E, I, O, U, Y, and W, and not just the common 5 that we are told in school. The Ark of Noah is actually the bark of Ra. In Egypt, Ra would sail across the skies in his bark, which is the Egyptian word for boat. As Noah sails through the zodiacs, he actually experiences the 7 months of grace from Aries to Libra. And that's why Noah's flood lasts 150 days. That's because the sun is going through the 5 months of winter. And only during the winter months from Scorpio to Pisces can we see the twins in the sky, such as the Gemini twins called Castor and Pollux. We can also see Canis Major and Canis Minor, aka the big dog and the little dog, as well as the Ursa Minor and the Ursa Major, aka the big bear and the little bear, also called the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. And last but not least, when the sun enters Capricorn on December 21st, when we look up, we cannot see Capricorn because it is blocked by the sun during the day. But at nighttime, we can see the opposite sign that the sun is in, which would be Cancer. Therefore, when Jesus is born in the manger with 2 asses present, it is referring to the 2 stars in Cancer, which is a Celis Borealis and a Celis Australis, aka the northern donkey and the southern donkey, which is another pair of twins that is seen during the winter months. You actually believe that Noah's flood lasted exactly 5 months, 150 days, and that he saved every single twin of every species of land animal that ever existed on the entire face of the earth? And yet you have the audacity to call me an extremist? That is ridiculous, considering that you don't even know astrology and you have no credibility whatsoever. Your ignorance is stronger than your own diligence to seek true knowledge and liberate yourself as scripture says. John 8:32, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Why do you think God asks Job in Job 38:31, can you bind the chains of the Pleiades or loosen the cords of Orion? Can you lead forth the Mazzaroth in their season, or can you guide the bear with its children? Do you know the ordinances of the heavens? Mazzaroth means zodiac in Hebrew. It was left untranslated in the Bible, so God expects us to learn the stars. Religion literally means to rely on an outside source. Just as you are calling me blasphemy to your religious sector, you are blasphemy to our spiritual, intelligent, and incredible ancestors who were also astrologers, aka astrologers, which means logging the astros. Plain and simple, divinity is simplicity. Pick up a freaking book. Holy shift, I'm on fire.
Yo. Pick up a freaking book. Get your astrology game up there, man. Shout out to that number 7. I'm about to go travel to 7 seas. What was that?
Got silent. It's weird. Yeah, it's not even raining that hard. No. It's just wicked. It's not very light.
That's crazy. But what is that right there, though? Some CGI? What the heck? Y'all think that was real? I don't know.
Last night I dreamed I was a bottle of ketchup, and you were mustard. Which is weird, because usually you're mayonnaise in my dreams. Why do you suppose that is?
All I gotta get you to see, if I could just get you to see that nigga, them mountains is tree stumps. If you can really see that, the veil is broken, bro. Because from that point, you see everything. You see everything.
Evidence of branches and leaves laying next to a huge stump. In fact, one of the leaves measured taller than the Empire State Building. I want to take you to the location now, and here we go. And the area that we are looking at is north central Madagascar, right in this area here. There are more than one example of what look like to me ancient tree stumps with quite possibly large branches and large leaves in some cases laying next to some of these very huge structures.
Hey, now this is crazy, right? I know I got some anime heads up in here, right? For those of y'all who have watched Attack on Titan, if you look at the map of Attack on Titan and where it was placed at, they were on an island, and that island basically was Madagascar, all right? And that's where all the Titans are, these huge giants, man-eating giants, apparently. I think they just did that for the anime. But here we are in Madagascar, and they're showing us huge, giant leaves from giant trees. I don't know. Something probably happened in Madagascar back in the day.
This is one that I showed you guys yesterday. Measure this thing, and you can look at the side view even. On Google Earth here, we'll go side to side. There's the stump. 4,000 foot on this side over here. Go across. A little taller on this side, at about 4,150 feet. It's over 8 miles wide. We look at the miles, 8.45 miles. We could set the entire city of Nashville and all of its suburbs right there quite comfortably. If you go to the left, which would be about the 10, 11 o'clock position, all over in this area, you'll find what look like leaves and branches all over the ground. Here's an example of one here. There's many, many, many examples. This one here we're going to measure real quick. And I'll show you just to kind of put things in perspective how long that thing is compared to something that's very tall. So we'll measure from top to bottom. And we'll go in feet, 1,596 feet. That one branch is taller than the Empire State Building we showed in a video earlier, right there. I think it's the same exact branch that's on the ground, taller than the Empire State Building. And there's others. There's many others. So if you look around, you'll also find many more examples of these leaves, like right here, big, huge branches.
But when you really get to looking at the mountain, you be like, oh shit, that shit do look like a tree that got cut down.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start scanning back, looking at the whole mountain range. You be like, oh fuck, that's the tree they cut it right there. That's disguised as mountains. Boy, that shit stand out clear as day when you notice that's the tree you looking at. And then think about how tall the tree was. You're like, oh shit, hold on now. I'm looking for evidence about all this shit Rashad Jamal be talking about how we fell in frequency and this was our planet and we was giants and we was blue, red, and green and you did blah, 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 bleed. Look at this big ass tree. This was a tree right here. And it's gone. First off, why they cut it? What the fuck they cut it with? And what they do with the rest of the tree? That's where your mind gonna go.
Literally, that's where my mind went watching them videos. I'm thinking, what did they use to cut these trees with? Where did the wood go? And why the fuck did they cut it? That's literally where, wow, that's crazy.
And then when you start looking at how spaced out they are from each other, and if they was that big, you can see the forest. Because see, if you look at it as a mountain, you'll see one mountain range right here. And then way in the backdrop, you'll see another mountain range. But let's look deeper. Imagine that mountain range you're looking at was a big-ass tree. So if it was a big-ass tree, once the branches gonna cover out far as fuck. A tall-ass tree, them branches gonna go damn near to a whole other state, nigga. Right? So now that would make sense why the mountain ranges be so spaced out from each other. But if you think about how big the tree was, they really not that far from each other. You see what I'm saying? You got to think about like, damn, okay, how tall was this tree? And that, even though that mountain range is 20 miles away, if this tree was that fucking tall and the branches went that far out, it wouldn't have been that far away from that mountain range that seems 20 miles away. Oh, so now I can see the forest. Now I can see the forest. This is the forest. Look at that mountain range. Look at that mountain range. Look how far that one is from that one. Look how far that one is from that one. Then you see, nigga, you can go state to state. You go state to state, you're like, oh shit, I see it now. I see it. Now do you know why? Now you can see why we told you. We said, hey, it was so many trees on your planet at one time, and the trees were so big that, nigga, literally, you could walk up a tree and walk from California to Canada. Now,
I believe
I
it.
want you to think about that.
I believe
The
it. I
trees
don't know
were
about
so
y'all.
big that a squirrel or you, because the trees were still bigger than us. We was big as fuck though, but the trees were still bigger than us. You or a squirrel, nigga, could walk up that tree and walk just on the branches from California to Canada. And never hit the ground. So that means you can walk on the branches from California and be in Canada without ever having to come down that tree. That's how big these trees were. And you can see that clear as day if you could just understand that those are tree stumps, not mountains. It's easy to see.
Man, look. That's wild, y'all. It's kind of like the movie Avatar, right? You know, they always put the truth in movies. Avatar people were almost giants. They just made them blue. But if you look at all the features of everyone in Avatar, I mean, come on now. We know what kind of people those were. And, you know, they got, even in the new one, they got those type of people that they can swim underwater. But the point is, they had giant trees. People used to live in these trees. They were sacred. We probably had giant trees back in the day that were also sacred. Where all the wood went, what they cut it down for, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the firmament. Maybe it has something to do with the floods. I really don't know. Maybe they, you know, whoever flooded us, right? Whoever decided they wanted to destroy all the life that was on this earth. Maybe they decided to cut the trees down so that people could not run from the floods, so that they couldn't hide from the floods. They couldn't get high enough. I don't know. That's just one theory that's out there.
You want to know what happens when you go down the conspiracy theory rabbit holes? You find out some stuff that's really grieving. They've had free electricity for over 100 years and haven't told people because they've suppressed it. The government has literally captured the patents so that other people can't reproduce it. It's that bad. Once you learn the political corruption, you start going, well, what else? It never ends. Like if you knew that there's medicine that doesn't have side effects that can actually heal you, you would no longer be a customer. If you knew that there's free electricity, you would no longer be a customer. If you knew that certain foods are poisoning you and causing you to get on the hamster wheel of needing medication that doesn't actually heal you, that you would no longer be a customer. Everything is about sucking stuff out of you. You know the movie The Matrix where everybody's hooked up to the thing, bro? Like, I'm not trying to be crazy. Bro, but like it is kind of like that. Like the more I look, it's everywhere, bro. Once you start to see the fence around you everywhere that they've built so that you can only go so far, you start to realize that it truly is a prison planet. It really is, and they're attempting to push it even further. That's why there's a war on information. They don't want the free exchange of ideas because that threatens their stranglehold on your dependence on them. Anyway, have a great Conspiracy Friday or whatever today is.
And that fence he talking about getting smaller and smaller.
They did it before. They'll do it again and again
Wow.
and again until you say no.
Look, everyone got a mask on, but the people telling you to put a mask on, just saying. Man, can't believe these people, y'all. They'll lie to your face.
I'm gonna explain. So, you see this pyramid, right? Back in the 80s in Russia, they had shot down some kind of UFO and a pyramid just like this appeared over a town in Russia. It was wiped from the news articles and stuff. But this is what I mean by Vimanas. Flying airships. This is also another function of some of the pyramids. This is what I'm talking about. You can say, CGI representation, whatever. But portals, right here, bow, with the pyramid that used to fly, aka Vimanas, like I was showing y'all. Bye.
That Vimanas, I don't know, that sound familiar, but I know in the, who is it, the Hindu religion? I think it's the Hindu religion. They had these flying pyramids as well that could travel through mountains. And yeah, man, I think pyramids serve a much bigger function than what we think. Has anyone ever seen like a pyramid magnet and how that works? Look at pyramid magnets when you guys get a chance.
Now, this is just a representation so you can see what some of them temples do and what some of them pyramids do. Yeah, and look where it's at. Above water. What? Aren't we in water? What? Y'all gonna be seeing something real soon. Y'all gonna be seeing stuff like this too. Watch.
Yeah, I believe it. We're probably gonna see something like that here soon, y'all.
You need to understand how the brain works. You have two hemispheres of the brain. The eyes are a part of the brain. The right hemisphere produces a holistic perception of reality. If you are in a woodland area, the right hemisphere is seeing the whole woods as one unified entity. The left hemisphere is breaking down the perception created by the right hemisphere. It breaks it down into individual trees, for example. This is necessary so that we can break down things and manipulate them. The right hemisphere sees humanity as one unified consciousness. The left hemisphere sees everyone as individual egos. The left hemisphere could be the place of the ego, the right hemisphere is the place of the so-called higher self, unified perception. School and work requires you to be stuck in the left hemisphere because you are thinking logically. You are not thinking creativity or critically. Cast the net onto the right hand side of the boat and you will find fish. This is John 21:6 in the Bible. This is referring to casting your perception into the right hemisphere of the brain and you will find your higher self, a unified picture of reality. because we are all one and we all come from the one. Me and you are the same consciousness in a different body. I don't want you seeing the connections between all things, the connection between your inner self and your external world. This book will literally show you how everything is connected and how you are a divine spiritual being. The link is in the bio.
All right, so I'm helping my middle schooler out with her homework at home. I want you guys to hear this video lesson that they're subliminally just slipping in for our kids to watch, to have them, to make them accept this like as if it's normal.
This why you really gotta watch and monitor what your children watch. Watch what they watch. I know that sounds crazy, but you have to.
Scientists called molecular biologists often study organelles in a cell, as well as the proteins and DNA that make them work. Today, some molecular biologists are working on growing meat directly from animal cells. Since there are more than 7 billion people on Earth, each year we raise and kill over 300 million cows to feed meat to the population. What if we grew meat from cells instead of raising a whole cow? That's exactly what scientists are working on, figuring out how to grow cow muscle cells to look and taste like regular hamburger meat without any difference in price. These are just two.
Did you guys see how they slipped in there that it's bad that we kill so many cows and made them feel guilty for it?
So SZA announced her partnership with Mastercard the other day, and that's great. I'm happy for her. But what I want to talk about is the video. Did y'all catch the video? There was so many gems in that video. I just want to discuss it. I'm going to play a little snippet of it for y'all. I can't play the whole video, and I'm not going to play the sound. I might have to do some things to it so that my video won't be taken down, but we need to look at it real quick, and then let's discuss. I love the slogan for this because it's we're a force of nature when we're together, and I completely agree with that. But right here we can see SZA lay her shirt out, kind of like you would do when you're planting seeds. You can see the seeds.
I'm just saying, I'm going to pause this right here. This is an ad for a Mastercard, a credit card, debit card, whichever one, a card, money. And they go into nature and saying nature and people used to be one. What the does that got to do with the dang debit card or Mastercard?
Are growing, and they're growing into those branches, and as it pans out you can see the two suns, kind of like their logo. Okay, this is my take on it. So when she put her shirt down and she kind of spread it out, and you can see the green branch looking thing spreading out, right? To me, that's the Kundalini spreading or rising, right? It rolls up to the tree. You can see the bigger tree, right? So the tree is significant of the tree of life. And in different cultures, it means different things. But you'll hear things like the tree of immortality, the tree of knowledge, the tree of eternal life. It's so many different meanings to it. But in all reality, this is the tree that connects us to our higher selves, our higher consciousness. And I'm saying tree, but I should be saying trees, because there were about 200 or maybe even a little bit more than 200 trees that were cut down all over this realm. Not even the world, all over this realm. And we can see evidence of those trees when we look at some of these mountains. Mm-hmm. And I know you guys probably have seen pictures of it. I'll put some right below. And they look exactly like big ass tree stumps. And that's exactly what they are. You know, they showed us this in Avatar as well.
The tree of voices.
Yeah, we thinking the same.
The spirit tree.
So the branches were spreading, aka the Kundalini was rising up the spine, up the tree of life. And then once it pans out, you can see it looks like two different suns. In the one sun, it looks red, and then it turns like darker, like a black sun. Because remember, we got the black sun that came back into our atmosphere. Nibiru, right? We talked about all of this, y'all. It's just coming full circle. And it's so funny because Mastercard been knowing the truth. That's why they had them two sun logos this whole time. The video, the song choice, because the song is called Saturn. the lyrics, everything. It just all comes together and it makes sense when you really start to look at everything. So shout out to SZA. I love the breakdown. I love the video. I love the concept of everything. And I see the vision. I completely see it. So this for all them folks that been in the comments talking about ain't no two suns. I ain't seen it with my own eyes. Well, you ain't got to. Everybody else done seen it. Even Mastercard been knowing it. Get with it, y'all. Now we rise. I love y'all.
Listen, man, my take on it is this, right? The tree of life that we know, or this is my take on it. That tree of life, the Kundalini energy, it's all owned, it's all run, it's all operated by the almighty dollar. It all comes down to these financial institutions. They control everything, and we live and worship money nowadays, right? I don't care if it was SZA or whoever it was. SZA did not put that out herself, you know. They told her to put that out. They allowed her to put that commercial out. It's Mastercard's commercial, not SZA's commercial. The tree of life, our life, is run by the dollar. That's my take on it.
Yo, I don't know conspiracy theories or anything, but check this out. So I saw this video.
Did you see they just did some weird law with house insurance in California? Yeah, they removed house insurance out there. State Farm is pulling out of that market. I kind of feel like something massive is going to happen.
And not even 2 minutes later, this text message pops up. Pause to read.
Y'all thought that shit was cap, right?
Oh,
Peep this. Now, y'all tell me, why is all of these major companies, bro?
Yo.
We talking about the pushers and movers of the, you feel me? Of the shits. Why are they leaving? Bro. All
Everyone
of the major
leaving,
stores
huh?
in San Fran is closing down, bro. Yo, like, the Disney store, bro? Like, the Disney store's leaving? Yo, I really want y'all to think about this shit, bro. This is not normal. It's time for us to really pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on around you and your surroundings and shit. And wake up!
Yo, I've been wanting to go out to the West Coast. I might not go. I might take my time on that trip. I don't know what's about to happen out there.
Without identifying himself, without introducing himself, and he said, I want to present this to you. I want you to understand what you're combating and what the problems are in this country at the very lowest level, at the highest level, too. And he handed me this book. It's called Pawns in the Game. And this book is written by William Guy Carr, and he's a retired commander. And basically what it is a story about the secret government, the shadow government, the Illuminati.
Really don't own nothing in this life. This is a rented life. You hear me? Rent it. What you got in your pocket right now is what you own. You go to the morgue, they'll put that in a property bag and give that to your family. That means the money in the bank is a number on a piece of paper. When the bank is closed, we even.
That's real.
Ain't nobody better than nobody on this earth. You can't take it with you. All I can buy is cars and shoes, a bigger house, and I want some more ass kissers. This is what rich do. This is what money is. If you really break it down, there's nothing you can really do with it. You're just stacking it up to give it to somebody. Because if something happened to you, you're not taking it with you. So once I start thinking like that, the desire for me to chase in this business and compete went away. I gotta have an art with it, man.
Hey, that's for real. You gotta have an art form with this, man. Stop worshiping the dollar. I'm gonna have to read this. Me, because Disney just bought the rights to the Holy Bible. Can somebody fact check this for me? So y'all could stop praising the white man's Bible. Come pray to Allah. The mosque isn't just church, but you'll learn about our black skin and black history. They've tried to cover up and talk about actual scientists and civil rights activist kids with Secret Service. The Bible is just crazy in itself, y'all. The Bible has been like rewritten so many times, translated from so many different languages. I don't even know what the first language was. Who translated that?
I'm gonna try to get you to see what I'm saying. It might be a little harder for you to envision, but let's talk about it. So, the volcanoes are the ashes from the machines that were used to cut our trees down.
Yo, before he gets into this, I haven't seen this video, y'all, but I had this thought, right? Because there's these other videos that I've posted on my channel of trees burning up from the inside. And I was just like, this is weird. How is a tree burning up from the inside? So then I had this thought about trees and mountains being one of the same, and what if volcanoes are just basically like one of those trees that are starting to burn up from the inside? He talking about some machines and stuff though, so I don't know. We finna get into it.
Remember I said, hey, think about these trees, who cut them down and what they used to cut them down. I know what they used to cut them down, but I gotta walk y'all through this shit. You know what I'm saying? They use these big ass machines to cut our trees down. So, if you know anything about a machine, you ever worked on an assembly line, most machines that are used to like, how can I say it? Most machines where they might run like paper through, there's some, okay, imagine the little machines, the printers where you need to destroy paper, right? You take the paper and you put it through the shredder, right? It's called a paper shredder. And it lets out all the residue from what you shredded, right? And then all that residue is left and it goes into the trash can, okay? Now imagine a machine coming through cutting down all these trees. So when they cutting down these trees, try to imagine like a giant bulldozer. All the machines they got now, imagine them same machines, but much, much bigger. So if you can imagine a giant bulldozer and how it works, a lot of these machines like that, like the paper shredder is a good example. Imagine this machine coming, knocking this tree down. But as it's cutting through this tree, it's taking in residue from the tree as well, right? So all this residue that's picking up from the tree, like a vacuum cleaner, while it's cutting the tree down, all this residue builds up into the back of the machine. And then what happens is once it's through cutting down that tree, all that residue that was built up, it dumps it out right behind it. So majority of your volcanoes is the residue from these trees that was cut down as they ran through these machines. Because they took the trees and they used it for resources. They ran it through a machine, almost like a paper shredder, and they drained certain resources out of it. And these resources that they drained out of our trees, they took back to other planets, okay? And what was left was the residue that was left at the back of the truck, right? Like the shredder. All that residue formed a hill. So most volcanoes is in some sort of a hill. Now, because the machinery that was used, right, used the energy source, notice what happens with a volcano. It's always a buildup of what they say, lava, energy that's already down there that it built up and spills over. Right, because it's all the chemicals that was used from these machines. So when the ashes and shit was dumped, everything dumped down, a lot of the chemicals stayed in the soil. But because the earth is alive and it was rising regardless, it starts to build up, bubble up. And what happened is you'll see all the heat from all these minerals that was in the machine and the trees that was cut down. You'll see all that boil out and spill out. And when it come out, notice how it comes out. Because it's still alive. It's still alive. Remember, it was volcanoes ain't nothing but trees that was cut down, like the ashes. You get what I'm saying? So that's why when most volcanoes erupt, boom, what they do, they be on a mission. It be like it's alive. It be the volcanic eruption knows exactly what it wants to hit. You feel me? Anybody know anything about volcanoes and the way they erupt and the way they work? They unpredictable. That's why they unpredictable, because it's a spiritual source behind it. They cut down trees, you know what I'm saying? So most of your volcanoes is ashes that are left over from trees that were cut down. Now, all the trees they cut down didn't leave ashes like that, but some did.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That's a good explanation, but I feel like there might be some more explanations. So if any of y'all got any explanations out there as to how these trees got cut down, what they used, what volcanoes are, let me know in the comment section.
So somebody sent me this video of this unidentified object that they spotted in the sky. A black circle just floating
Crazy.
in the middle of the sky. And by the way, this is not the first time this strange phenomenon has been spotted. And now it's colors and shit behind the black circle. Now this is definitely some unidentified object shit that's going on right now. It's just a black circle in the middle of the sky.
What the
And this
heck,
could be
y'all?
multiple things. This could be a portal. This could be a cloaked UFO. One thing that it's not is normal. Why is
Straight
it just
up.
a black circle that's just floating in the middle of the sky? Like literally, it's been hundreds of sightings of this same black ring just appear in the middle of the sky. We living in some strange times. Y'all let me know what y'all think about these mysterious black rings appearing in the sky in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content and hit that Gmail if y'all trying to do business.
Bugging y'all, or this ain't LeBron. That is not LeBron James. He looks like he's from Star Trek or some shit.
Hey, that's true.
That's not LeBron. Bro, what the hell? Bro.
That don't look like him.
He looks like from Star Wars or something.
I know they ain't sitting there playing in our faces like this. Who is this? They done pulled out the Star Trek nigga and think they can fool us. Nah, we know who that is, boy. That's a nigga in a skin suit. You can just tell, but like, look at the eyes, bro. That is not, this is LeBron. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, I
like,
don't know who
this is
that
like a
is either.
Neanderthal version of LeBron. Look at this man's wife, too. Like, she look like she don't even want to, like, reach towards that nigga. Like, she's looking like, I don't know who this nigga is, but that is not my husband. This is crazy.
I just want to thank my Munchkins. I don't think I so much. I want to thank my manager, James. I want to thank my producer, Ryan, for making the best music with me. Shout out all the other nominees in this category. I want to thank my label, 10K and Capital, for always supporting me. And of course, God. Without God, none of this would be possible.
Yo, look at the look on her face.
Thank you guys. I love you so much.
Let's go.
Yo, did you peep that? What was going on? Like, it's like when Ice Spice knew she was on camera, she was like, she had to do that little whole ritual thing with the upside down cross on her neck. Who didn't know the Chiefs was going to win the Super Bowl? I mean, like, I feel like everybody knew the Chiefs was going to win. Even how the plays was going, you know, it came down to like the last 12 seconds. They didn't take a timeout or nothing. It's like they already knew they was going to score. They ran the play. I already knew it was going to happen. It's crazy.
Hey yo, peace fam, Source God, Orion TV, bang, 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 more life family, bliss up, abundance, we don't know, already, yeah, so family, I thought you guys might enjoy this, UFO footage from a few days ago. I think it's in Sweden, and this is like one of the best footages I've ever seen before. Is that the word, footages? Whatever.
I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Man, I'm gonna call him Cool Hand Luke because he finally kept it steady, you know, shaking, nothing like that. And it's, yeah, this machinery is just drifting all smooth and shit. And it looks earth-based to me anyway. Looks like something I've seen in my dreams before, but yeah, I just thought you guys might enjoy it. It's pretty cool, I think. Yeah, and anyway, y'all stay up, stay bliss, yeah man, and go and ride the wave because we in New Earth now, family, and Nothing is being hidden from us anymore. The veil is completely lifted. It is the Armageddon, and y'all get prepared for the rapture. Right? But it's the reverse rapture. We ain't going nowhere. The meek are inheriting the earth. Alright? And these motherfucking goofies are getting the fuck up out of here. Yeah, man, as we expose them more and more with each day that goes by. Yeah, family. New earth, new light. Let's glow. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Hey, yo, peace, fam. Source God, Orion TV. Bang, bang, bang. More life, family. Bliss up, abundance, on a done know already. Yo, grand, rich, rising family. Welcome to the new Earth framework, isn't it? The brand new waveform in which we find ourselves. So adjust and move accordingly. Fam, check this out. This is Frankfurt, Germany. All these light beams, all this light beam activity. What's going on here? Well, to me, it looks like the plasma gods have entered the arena once again. I don't want to hear nothing about SpaceX. Don't want to hear nothing about no meteorites. You see all the different directions they're moving in. It's not SpaceX, it's not Elon Musk. Sorry, Mr. CIA cover-up. This is new Earth business, family. This is the new paradigm we're in. And I'm telling you, we are getting some heavy visitations. From where? Only God, he knows. But I'm telling you what, get prepared. You're about to be exposed to something that no one in the world has ever seen before on such a huge scale. Yo, fam, the whole realm's about to know. I told you guys this before already. Brace yourselves. The whole universe is about to shift. And the people who can't handle the new paradigm, they're going to break. You can't handle the new waveform. You can't absorb the new code. You're going to shatter. A lot of people's paradigms and realities are going to totally crumble and fall away. Meaning they're going to go crazy, family. Evolution is out the door. Your religions are out the door. No matter what you think or believe, whether this is the government or some goofy business, it's going to change your reality forever. So get ready and let's go. Bang, bang.
Hey, so what do y'all think that was, though? It was crazy. It's going in both directions, different sides. Let me know in the comments what y'all think it was. I don't know. I don't know what it was or who it was.
I remember we had an FBI consultant on the picture telling me that they can use your ADT security box microphone to get your stuff that's going on in your house, or OnStar, they could shut your car down. And he told me that 1 in 5 phone calls that you make are recorded and logged. And I laughed at him, and then he played back a phone conversation I'd had 2 years prior to joining the picture. The FBI consultant.
Okay, man. Y'all know I always do it big, right? So on July 22nd, 2022, the United States government released the African off our name, which turns us back into indigos, which turns us back into aboriginals, which means that we're the original landowners. So this is big because they gave us our land back in 2022, but they didn't tell us. If you go, I'm going to show you the document. I'm going to post the document. I'm going to put the link up where you can go download the peace treaty, the 1866 peace treaty. Remember I told you, that's what governs this land. The Constitution doesn't govern this land. And under the peace treaty, they told them they cannot charge us or make us pay anything in this land because this is our land. And now it's starting to make sense because the shit's crazy because I saw the White House up for sale. I saw, and that probably explains on why they letting people steal in California. Now, I hate to put it that way, but that's I look at it as recreation, but it looks like that's why they letting these people just go in stores and steal because they have no jurisdiction over these people. At all. And they can't lock them up, but they can't put them in jail. Because that's starting to make sense. If they redid the peace treaty and took the African off our name, now we go back to indigos, which means that we are the original landowners. We are the aboriginals. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to post the documents, man. Just give me time. Y'all know I got to get this paper first because you got to support the family. But when I get in and sit down, I'm going to put the link up to where you can go download the peace treaty from the government website. Man, this is big, bro. This is big. Like I say, it's up to us now. We got to enforce this shit now. They're ready. They gave it back to us.
And they're working on it. They are working on it.
But we don't put them on black.
And also, when you do your research, there are videos online, specifically on TikTok, of melanated, carbonated people going to police station and banks and giving them paperwork to vacate the land because they do not have jurisdiction on our land.
Hey, that is crazy. Like, there's been a lot of like squatters and stuff here lately in a bunch of cities. You know, like people going on to people's land and just saying like, "Hey, this is my land." I wonder if I can go do that, right? If I go over to some big old mansion, right, and just be like, "Hey, it's my house now. Changing the locks. Figure it out." That would be crazy, right? But it's happening.
So the land is coming back to us, y'all. It's just going to take some time. Be patient. The land is already, it was ours to begin with in the first place. These invaders came on our property and our land and took it, and now it's coming back to us. All right, let's get this shit. Peace.
You know, and I say that would be crazy, right? If, you know, someone was to just do that, or if we were to go on to someone's land and go into their house and say, "This is our house now, figure it out." Because ain't that kind of what happened over here, or what happens anywhere these people go? You know, they basically come onto the land, say, "This is my land now." You know what I'm saying? Y'all work for me. I'm just saying. Chile. Oh, this happened in Chile? So this is just like Hawaii. What they on, man? Speaking of Hawaii. Oh, snap. Everybody know about you, bro. What they saying, though? Is this saying Epstein Island? I don't know what they said. What would you say after all of that?
This message says they were never meant to be eaten. That they were sent here to help humanity. But we were too ignorant. I mean, for God's sake, this motherfucker could have been doing our homework.
This mug really writing? Yo, did he really have a crab writing?
Dimensions are starting to mesh together.
If you remember watching Shazam in the 90s with Sinbad, the actor, well, the movie never existed.
You all remember a movie called Shazam with Sinbad playing a genie?
You know what? The movie was never real. It was, the rumor started in 2009. I don't know where it came from, but it's not real.
Millions of people remember watching this movie, but it never existed. Apparently, it's a Mandela Effect, a collective false memory of something that a lot of people remember, but it never happened. Just like, for instance, the Mandela effects of the Monopoly guy with the monocle, the Berenstein Bears with an E, and George the monkey with the tail. These things never happened. And the thing is, I recently found videos of people who actually have a VHS tape of the Shazam.
I still don't
movie.
understand the whole issue with this movie Shazam, with Sinbad.
If it never existed, how come a lot of people still have the VHS tape? Are we in a different timeline? Time travel? Parallel
They still
universe?
got it.
But yet it never existed.
Man, I wish I still had all my VHS
But it gets
tapes.
even stranger. I found an original scene from the Shazam movie. In it, several Mandela effects.
What are you doing? Dad couldn't have thrown out all of Mom's stuff. He just couldn't have. James, there's gotta be something he forgot here. Something real we can remember her by.
George the monkey with the tail. What?
What? In the movie.
We have our memories.
It all is
They're
tied
real.
together.
No one can take that from us. Yeah.
Clean this up. Can you imagine if Dad saw this mess?
Jim! Really hooked on them. Bless you. What is that?
Berenstein Bears with an E. What?
It's all in this one clip.
Nelson Mandela dead at 68. What?
It's all in the clip.
up Tina? Wait, y'all are not Tina.
Kidnapper! Wait. You knew her mom?
Should have made me my own dinosaur.
Last but not least, Carmen Sandiego with a yellow suit. Why would someone leave so many Mandela effects inside of a movie that never existed? What is going on here? Time travel or what?
Now, y'all remember in the song Kwame, right, when I told y'all that Taylor Swift was basically passing the torch to Ice Spice? Now look at her. And you fresh in the rap game, and you already wearing upside down crosses. And as if the upside down cross wasn't enough, watch this video of what she did. She throwed up the Illuminati signs, and then she showed y'all the upside down cross, you feel me? Y'all think it was just coincidental that they put the camera on her while she was doing that? No, they did that on purpose. Because she has to show her allegiance now. I'm telling y'all, this all red stuff, whenever you see red, it's not a coincidence at all. All red again. Doja Cat did it. Lady Gaga. And you got the ringleader. Y'all remember Rihanna halftime performance? Tell me why she in all red too. Cheryl Ralph performed at the Super Bowl. All red again. Shakira even wore all red at the Super Bowl. Now all these folks got different stylists, and you mean to tell me the only color they can come up with is red? Make you think, huh?
Definitely make you think, don't it?
Nanotubes to make conductive structure so that information doesn't flow through a wire next to a structure, but literally flows through the structure.
We'll be able to grow or make a structure that, say, is the skin of an aircraft, that inside of that is also contained the sensors or the energy storage or many different multiple functions.
New materials that are on the lab bench right now, they can literally change shape on command. They can become almost a muscular material.
We could
Yo. Do y'all remember the movie Nope, right? In Nope, it was like a creature. It wasn't a UFO, or what we thought was a UFO, right? It was a living thing. They're talking about growing the skin of an aircraft that can move on command like muscles and stuff. It's a living thing. These aircrafts and UFOs are alive. That's what it is.
have an airplane that optimizes its shape for the different flight conditions it's in.
There's definitely a lot of amazing technology that's going on with the Lockheed Samurai, based on the small maple seed-like looking device. The fact that we can package enough energy for something like that to fly and still carry a sensor, a camera, enough control capability for it to fly is amazing to me. As we go forward, we're going to find new ways of using these unmanned vehicles.
They'll probably be autonomous, so they'll be like UAVs, but carry cargo around where there are currently no infrastructure in place.
We may have small swarms of small vehicles interacting with a larger vehicle that basically combines the information from that swarm. So maybe one vehicle flies a small distance and another vehicle learns from it and knows which way to fly.
Probably what makes sense is a heterogeneous swarm. One where not every element of the swarm is the same. Some elements of the swarm carrying sensors, some carrying other types of electronics. So it's an adaptable system that can adapt to a changing environment and a changing future that is difficult for us to predict.
The true value of research is not in the answer you get that you knew you were looking for, but the answer that you find that you didn't know to look for.
There's some Terminator stuff coming in the future, y'all.
In the year
Too much autonomous stuff.
A strange phenomenon swept across the globe, one that went unnoticed by the public but caused ripples through the fabric of reality. It was the year humanity faced an unrecorded extinction, and everything we know today is built on the echoes of that lost world. A small group of internet theorists, known as the anomaly truthers, believed that in 1988, a catastrophic event erased humanity. This event was so devastating that it caused a reset in the timeline, a glitch that the universe itself scrambled to fix. They claim this is why so many people experience the Mandela Effect, because our collective consciousness is trying to reconcile the inconsistencies between pre- and post-1988 realities. The surge in 80s nostalgia isn't just cultural. It's a subconscious effort by those who lived through the anomaly to remember the lost world. This is why new generations, even those born decades later, feel an inexplicable connection to the 80s. They're resonating with the echoes of a past that's imprinted on the human psyche. What if our 80s nostalgia and moments of deja vu are more than whims of the mind, but whispers of a forgotten past?
That's something to think about.
Why is the Super Bowl colors in all
Anomaly
red?
truthers.
Will it be some kind of sacrifice today? Remember, the people that control this world, they always use numbers and colors to get their message out. Anytime you see the color red, it lets you know they're speaking about your root chakra or some kind of blood sacrifice. The root chakra is all about how am I going to survive? What am I going to eat? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to pay my rent? We are living in the lowest root chakra. Soon as you get famous, what do Hollywood do? They roll out the red carpet, the root chakra. For all the lost people that still don't understand what's going on, we are under a deep magic spell. Not just any kind of magic spell, it's a spell dealing with sacrifice. We are the sacrifice lambs. Don't forget, last week we had the Grammys. Do you know what the word Grammy really means? The word Grammy comes from the word grimoire. It's nothing but a deep, dark magic spell. Remember, they use numbers and colors to get out their message. We in Super Bowl 58. 5 plus 8 is 13. This witch right here, Taylor Swift, just won her 13 Grammy. Once you understand the meaning of the number 13, you will look at this world completely different. There's a reason why they told us this number is bad luck. There's a reason why there's no 13th floor, no 13th elevator, and they said Friday the 13th is bad luck. Understand this number. The number 13 is not bad luck. It's actually one of the highest frequency numbers on this planet, but they tricked us once again. It's the reason why this woman wore black and white when she won her 13th Grammy. Black and white represents yin and yang. Anytime you see black and white, you should always look at this logo right here and try to understand what it means. There's always a war between the light and the dark. These people use white and dark magic. They are really demonic. By the way, her favorite number is 13. 13 represents the hidden lost zodiac. The 13th zodiac is really the serpent. Why they don't tell us this in school? And we all know what the serpent represent, or do we? Once you understand their magic, their spells could no longer work on you. It's a deeper meaning behind all of this. Remember, we just had the new moon. Now we about to have a Super Bowl. And don't forget that Mardi Gras is coming up. Did you know that Mardi Gras really mean Fat Tuesday? The reason why all these dates are lined up like this is because they're going to eat our energy on the Super Bowl. So on Fat Tuesday, they're going to be full. I know it might sound crazy to people that don't really understand what's going on, but the number 13 is a sacrifice to the moon. They are sacrificing our energy once again.
That's crazy.
Okay, they're just trolling us at this point, right? Please just tell me that they're trolling us. Minutes after Super Bowl 58 ends, Joe Biden's personal X account posts this message, and it says, just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up. Okay, like Joe Biden helped draw out the plans for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, okay?
He probably did.
So this comes on the heels of months of Super Bowl conspiracies with Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift is like rigging the Super Bowl because they want the Chiefs to win because Taylor Swift brings in so much money to the NFL, bring in new Swiftie fans. She's even going to be endorsing Joe Biden seemingly for the 2024 election. So it's like, are they just messing with us, please? Please just tell me that they are messing with us. I mean, just like we drew it up, minutes after the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. You can't make this up, man. Look at this.
That's crazy. That man, look. We all know sports is scripted, right? It's definitely scripted, and they throwing it right in our face right there, right now. The man's just evil. That's all I'm gonna say. I think he's an evil person, and that's not really who he really is. He probably like got a mask or something on. He got one of those masks on, those suits. And yeah, that's who he really is. It's something strange going on with the NFL and with the election and with this Taylor Swift, and I don't know. We got to figure out how it all connects.
Most people on the planet believe that this is the truth about where they are and how the earth is shaped. In this video, I'm going to give you 7 questions that you can ask a person that will guide them to the realization that this may actually be a lie without being labeled a crazy flat earther or conspiracy theorist. Out of 100 Uber and Lyft passengers that were asked these 7 questions, 22 out of 100 still thought that this was the truth about the shape of the earth, and 78 out of 100 believed that they may have been lied to about the shape of the earth. Question number 1 is, do you believe that you were taught the truth in school? Most people say no. Question number 2 is, what percentage of what you were taught in school do you think is a lie? Most people said anywhere between 80 to 100%. Question number 3 is the most important question and answer, but most people won't know the answer to this question. The question is, do you know what, when, and who made it mandatory for all of us to go to school? Again, most people are going to say no, and that's what we want because it gives you an opportunity to give them the answer. This is important because it shows them that you've spent time researching this topic and you may know some information that they don't, and it subconsciously puts them in a state of receiving information are being taught something. After they say no, you're going to inform them that the General Education Board was created in 1903 by John D. Rock, and that's what made it mandatory for all of us to go to school. You'll also tell them that before the General Education Board was created in 1903, we all learned how to read and write in church. We'd have class for a few hours, a couple days out of the week. Most people don't know this, so again, this will help them perceive you as someone who's well researched on this topic rather than a conspiracy theorist or flat earther. Allow them to respond. It's important to make sure that you don't make them feel like you're dominating the conversation or just spilling a bunch of information on them. After you've allowed them to speak and you responded to whatever it is that they said, before you ask question number 4, this is what you're going to say to them. It blew my mind when I found out that it was the Rockefellers that wrote the curriculum and chose what we all had to learn. By now, they're perceiving you as a well-researched man or woman that knows what you're talking about. And again, we want to stay far away from being labeled a conspiracy theorist or flat earther.
Okay, we gotta go see the full video, y'all. That's a whole little rundown. That's like a pamphlet he just gave you to not be labeled a conspiracy theorist. Still get them to think. Still get their minds to start wondering and pondering upon what you're saying, but they won't think you're a conspiracy theorist.
In an eerie fashion, the Simpsons have possibly predicted the outcome for this year's Super Bowl from a 2005 episode. The episode, which featured great similarities, predicted a San Francisco win, 23-21.
Well, that did not happen.
I was born on the 13th.
Is this a coincidence? I think not, but you tell me.
I turned 13 on Friday the 13th. My first album went gold in the U.S. in 13 weeks. Every time I've won an award at an award show, I've been seated in row M, which is the 13th letter, or like the 13th seat, or the 13th row, or the 13th section. It's really a good number.
Wait, hold on. There's more.
You guys know what Super Bowl this is? It's 58. You know what 5 plus 8 is? 13. It's Taylor Swift's album called 13.
Yo! Dang!
You guys know the date of the Super Bowl?
It's the 11th.
Of?
February.
11 plus 2.
Yo!
Who are they playing?
The 49ers.
It's 4 plus 9.
Dude, come on. 13.
Just saying. What seed are the 49ers?
The 1 seed.
What seed are the Chiefs?
The 2 seed.
No, the 3.
1 and 3. 13. This dude is so stupid.
He on fire.
She's coming from Tokyo to the Super Bowl.
What does that mean?
A flight from Tokyo to Las Vegas.
13 hours.
13 hours. And I'm not even kidding.
What the
You know how many games Taylor Swift has been to?
13?
12.
This is the 13th?
The Super Bowl will be the 13th.
Is this all true?
That's crazy.
So this is all for real. Brock Purdy's jersey number is 13, so that's 8. The funny thing is, in numerology, 13 actually symbolizes good luck. If you made it this far, there's absolutely no way you watched all of that and thought to yourself, that's just a coincidence. Hell no. But what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comments.
Man, that number 13, we just heard about it in the last video. Something going on with little Miss Swifty.
Everything is energy. From the chair where you are sitting to your thoughts and feelings, energy is all there is. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed into a different form of energy. We can only transform and redirect what already is. You see, you are more than just a body living in a physical world. You are made up of energy and exist in a universe where everything is vibrating energy. This means that you have the ability to send and receive energy. So stick around until the end, and we'll explore how to harness this powerful force to manifest the reality you desire and use it to your benefit. As Aristotle wisely put it, the energy of the mind is the essence of life. All life vibrates. Everything living moves. All colors and sounds vibrate to a frequency nothing sits idle. Many of these frequencies were recorded in ancient Egypt by Hermes Trismegistus. Some of the designs on ancient structures are actually the patterns of sound vibrations, and when those notes are played, they are music. We are all familiar with 432 Hz frequency music, for example, and each of these different hertz carry their own unique vibration.
Latest predictions from The Simpsons for 2024 are truly strange. One is particularly unsettling. In season 24, episode 9, Homer Simpson prepares a fully stocked bunker for his family, anticipating something terrible on the horizon. Shortly after, a super-powerful solar storm hits Springfield. An invisible and silent hurricane sweeps through the city, causing severe consequences. This catastrophic event leads to a complete halt of the internet and electricity for several weeks, if not months. This would have disastrous environmental consequences and lead to unimaginable geopolitical tensions. Doesn't this sound familiar? Mark Zuckerberg recently built a bunker and is adamant about keeping it secret. He is not the only one in his inner circle building a bunker right now. Elon Musk is also. And have you seen the recent Netflix movie Leave the World Behind that deals exactly with this topic? By the way, the ending of that movie is quite grim, strange. Get ready to discover the other ominous prediction from The Simpsons for 2024.
There are explicit programs of DARPA to read and write to human brains, whether it's through direct implants within the brain or wearing some kind of cap. So these things are being worked on, and we know that.
So what's the next step? Maybe the next step is we can send instructions and information to an actual person from a distance with this kind of technology to let another person control their actions. But that could be something that could be malicious.
If there's some way to do it from a distance, a much greater distance than something that you can wear on your scalp, that would be the ultimate technological achievement that would fall into this realm of mind control and direct human-machine interface that DARPA may well want to keep secret.
In the near future, DARPA may possess the technology to remotely control the human mind.
That's
But
crazy.
as concerning as that may be, according to some scientists, a more permanent kind of mind control technology is looming. And it involves modifying the human brain by altering the human body's DNA.
They already trying to do
The
that.
future of mind control, and the future being right now, because these experiments are being done, is using gene editing tools. And one of them would be CRISPR. The way it works is take the CRISPR, which are these short alternating repeats of DNA. You put that together with an enzyme called Cas. And so you take the CRISPR that you want to use, and you put these pieces together that can be injected and insert this DNA to certain areas of the brain so that we can change brain cells and turn you into something you wouldn't otherwise be. So in this way, gene editing technologies like CRISPR really form a definite basis for future mind control.
These are things that DARPA has investigated. Every technology has the potential for good or evil. And who defines what's good and what's evil, and who uses it for what purpose? These are all questions that have been asked about everything from rockets to self-driving vehicles. We still don't have a good handle on the ethics of various technologies that we use. The technologists tend not to be so concerned with the ethics. That seems to be the domain of other people, policymakers, for example, academics, people like this. There needs to be a hand-in-hand interaction with people creating technology and those who are considering the ethics of that technology.
They probably already doing that, y'all. They already altering people's minds and stuff, man. It's messed up. Just think about it, you know. They get a person, mess with his mind. You think he done went crazy. No, they done did something to him. He was an experiment or something like that. I think it's old technology though. You know, with the helmets and stuff they had on, it's like the old Olmec helmets. I'm gonna try to put a picture up here on the screen of the old Olmec helmets, right? And the Olmec helmets had these little dots all around them too. I'm thinking maybe they had some type of, mind control or some type of, I don't know, something to do with the helmets to where they were able to tap into the future or something. They was able to tap into something else. I don't know what it was.
Hear about what's going on in Australia. They're finding great white sharks, right? Bitten in half, like great white sharks. I don't know if y'all know how big a great white shark is. Y'all go look that up. They finding them being bitten in half, right? What the fuck is eating a great white shark? Then they found a bunch of whales beaching themselves, running away from something that's underneath the sea. All right. Earlier this year or last year, I was speaking on like this creature that the Bible talk about. It's called a Leviathan, right? In movies, they call it the Kraken, like that squid creature or whatever like that. I truly believe that God woke up the Leviathan, and the Leviathan is literally just like chilling right now, waiting for some type of like order or something from God. I don't know what's happening in the sea right now, but there's some creatures that are running away from something bigger than itself.
A Leviathan, huh? A dragon or the Kraken.
Of course,
or
the
something.
Super Bowl was rigged. Life is nothing but a game, and we're not playing in it. Once you understand the rules to the Matrix, you will look at life completely different. Remember, they have to use numbers. They always use numbers to get out their message. Patrick Mahomes have 333 passing yards. Hardman catches the winning touchdown. 1 + 2 is 3. He scores the winning touchdown when there's 3 seconds left on the clock. Patrick Mahomes wins his 3rd Super Bowl. The halftime score was 3-10, 13. I made a video trying to warn people that the end of this year actually was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, a mirror reality. But it's a much deeper message when it comes to these games that these people play. The reason why number 3 was so powerful in the Super Bowl is because we live in a 3rd dimension. What people don't understand is this old world is actually collapsing. They was trying to tell you they're about to get rid of the old system. It goes back to the pyramid. There are 3 points to a pyramid because you need 3 points to make things manifest. You need the good, the bad, and you get the outcome. The 49ers represented the gold that was stolen from the original people on this land. And the Chiefs was actually the native people to this land. They're letting you know they're about to take the land. So many people are mad like the Super Bowl was rigged. It was scripted. Let me tell you something. Your entire life is a script.
How y'all feel about that? Your entire life.
Sunday. If you're anything like me, you like to be surrounded by a snack or two while watching the big game. You know, when buying snacks for the game, you might have noticed one thing. Sports drinks bottles are smaller. A bag of chips has fewer chips, but they're still charging it just as much. And as an ice cream lover, what makes me the most angry is that ice cream cartons have actually shrunk in size, but not in price. I've had enough of what they call shrinkflation. It's a ripoff. Some companies are trying to pull a fast one by shrinking the products little by little and hoping you won't notice. Give me a break. The American public is tired of being played for suckers. I'm calling on companies to put a stop to this. Let's make sure businesses do the right thing now.
Yeah, I don't like to toot my own horn much, but beep beep. I told y'all the Chiefs was going to win, and I did that based off of symbolism alone. When you begin learning about this entertainment industry and all the shit that goes down in the entertainment industry, then you will start to be able to piece together shit just like I did. And I told you I wasn't going to participate in the ritual, but I did look at some of the clips. So let's talk about some of the things that happened at the Super Bowl. From what I heard, they saw Taylor Swift on the screen more than they saw the actual football players, honey. And for everybody who swear we tripping when we talking about agendas and them harnessing energy and doing weird shit at these events, what the hell is Ice Spice doing? Next, we saw the Freemason checkerboards right above the stage when Usher performed. Usher was in all white, Alicia was in all red, and they're gonna throw that all red in there every single year. You better believe that. Usher was in a stage of fire, and then he also was on a stage in the center of like the sun. Remember, you keep seeing the sun because in the logo that I showed y'all in my previous video, there was the logo for the stadium that said Allegiant Stadium, and then behind that was a logo of the sun. Not to mention that phoenix pin that Usher had on, and the phoenix represents the sun god. Damn, we keep seeing this sun. What they trying to tell us? And then I forgot to mention this in my previous video, but the address of the stadium is 3333 Al Davis Way, Las Vegas, Nevada. I wonder why it's that 3333 again. And then shout out my supporters who told me Mahomes had 333 yards.
What?
Y'all really think all this shit is a coincidence? I think not. Then they had them people dressed like they was casting for a Jordan Peele movie.
Worst halftime show ever.
Not them blatantly flashing Satan on the screen. They do too much. Honestly, y'all, I know I'm only scratching the surface with some of these symbolisms that I'm pointing out from last night. If you have any other examples, anything significant that I may have missed, please let me know in the comments. Peace, love, and gratitude for watching.
I'm shooting a video of this at Walmart parking lot, and it's a perfect circle with the lights around it in the parking lot. This is a fake video. You can see my kids. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. There's no reflection, there's no anything, it's just coming down. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's not
That's
moving,
Frieza
it's just sitting perfectly
from
still,
Dragon Ball Z, y'all.
right above the clouds. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know. Say hi, Leah, so people know it's real. Hi. It's not a reflection from a light or anything. Oh, you say hi too. Say hi, I'm Liam, I'm Batman. That is so weird.
Are you cold, man?
This video will probably go viral now.
Probably.
That's definitely something in the sky. Look at that. It's creepy.
Here, put your jacket on.
It's not moving either. Yeah, it's real. All right, my zoom, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. Oh no. It's not moving at all.
So what y'all thoughts on this? What do y'all think this is? I mean, it looks real to me. I'm not going to say that it looks
See,
fake.
cars are driving by, so you can tell I didn't alter the video.
And he
That's
keep
so
pleading his
weird,
case.
Don.
There's some strange stuff to be in the sky, man. And ain't nobody had no answers yet, really.
It's like a perfect circle, too. It's so weird.
I wonder where this was at, like what
I don't know
state
what
or
it
what
is.
city.
See, it's not even moving.
That's lights from Mystic.
What if I told you that all the retributions we've been asking for has now been attained? See, because the game yesterday was so much more than a game. It was symbolic of the battles that we're actually going through as a people right now. With the Chiefs representing the true Native Americans and the 49ers representing the fall of Babylon. See, the chiefs of our land have been taken back. What's ours, our land. As you see here, the true Indians who quote unquote disappeared did not disappear at all, and we've actually been shipped to different places in the world, which actually makes so much more sense than trying to sit up here and tell me that I came from Africa and all of us came from Africa, but there's no evidence of that, but your word of mouth. And we know you lie about everything. So it even shows here that the Carolinas hold the documentation, the most accurate documentation of our deportation from our land. So
just imagine this though, real quick, y'all. Imagine this. Even in today's time, if someone came and took you from your city, right, in whatever state you at, and they just randomly dropped you off across the country in another state, and it was like, this where you at now, you're gonna be lost, right? You know what I'm saying? And then imagine they do that with other people from different states and different cities, and y'all all get thrown together, and they just mixing everybody up within this one place. Everyone's going to be confused and lost and trying to figure it out. That's probably what it was back then. It wasn't no, oh, we getting shipped across the whole ocean in some ships that they didn't even have ships back then. They just had little boats. You know what I'm saying? So it happened here on this land, you know, and people were getting confused. And I think that's really what it was. You know, different tribes, different people. Maybe they, you know, didn't mingle with certain different people, you know, up here, up north, didn't mingle with the people down south. They just switching it all around.
Stop trying to tell us where to go and where we came from. So like I said, them winning that game yesterday was so symbolic. This is a new era we're in, y'all. Like, rejoice, celebrate. Because we're getting back to this, our culture. Y'all know I'm going to hit you with the evidence, too. Let's actually check it out. This is 3 weeks to date of the Super Bowl. The 3 men that had passed away. Kansas City Chiefs fans, okay? All in their 30s, but that's not even what I'm going to get into. Let's actually break down and reduce their ages. We have 36, 37, and 38. You reducing that, just taking 3 plus 6, 3 plus 7, and 3 plus 8. You take 9, 1, and 11, because 11 doesn't break down. That's a master number. And you get 12. 2 plus 1 equaling 3. Boom. 3 men, 3 weeks to date of the Super Bowl. Their ages are reducing down to 3. Can't tell me that's a coincidence. There is no coincidences in this manufactured reality. Let's actually look at what happened yesterday, though. The date of the Super Bowl. This is where the Super Bowl was held. 33-33. Okay? 33-33 reducing down to 12. 1 plus 2 again reducing down to 3. The Chiefs won by 3 points. So that's 2 threes. February 11th, 2024, the date that the Super Bowl was held, reduces down to 3. It reduces down to 12, and it reduces down to 3. Crazy. No, it's not. So when I'm seeing our people coming together and understanding that, no, this is our land and we're taking it back, that's how it's supposed to be. This is not the true chiefs of this land. This is. You understand what I'm saying? To understand why they hate us so much, you have to understand the immense power you possess. They don't have imagination. Where do they get all of this stuff from when they're creating the comics and the superhero movies? They got it from you. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at the 3 men who got killed, the 3 ages reducing down to 3, and the fact that it was 3 men, that equaling 9, you got the address of the Super Bowl reducing down to 3. You have the date of the Super Bowl reducing to 3, and the points in which the Chiefs won being a difference of 3, equaling 9 as well. You take 9 and 9, and you get 1, 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. Okay? So when you look at what 9 means and why this is not just no coincidence, no random happenings, and it being a cycle of completion, what it represents, that Piscean age is out of here. The age of Babylon is out of here. Okay? It's not going to be able to exist in this new reality that we have entered, because we already are here, y'all. That cycle had to close so that a new one could begin. Know who you are and stay dangerous, bro. Like,
yo, y'all keeping up with that? It's a lot of numerology going on with this Super Bowl. You know, I've been seen throughout this video, you know, people playing numbers with the number 3, number 13. Something's going on.
Here's what AI thinks kids looked like in the early 1800s. early 1900s, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, 2000s. And here's where things begin to go downhill rapidly. 2010, 2020. Somebody make it stop. We can't go down this road anymore. This is insanity. I will be long gone before we get here, hopefully.
Ready Player One. That's what that day is right there. That's Ready Player One.
I just think we're at a fork in the road, and we can't keep going down the road we've been on. Go outside, put down the devices. This is crazy. We don't want Skynet to become a reality. This is not normal. This is not what life is supposed to be like. Let's get out of upside down land right now.
Okay, y'all.
You know what's even more crazy though about all of those AI pictures, right? It said, show me a picture of kids having fun in all these different, times. It didn't say just white kids, but AI clearly thinks the only kids out here are white kids, except for that one picture of the one black kid. You know what I'm saying? He looked like old boy from Hey Arnold. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, ain't that messed up though? Like imagine if you trying to search something. I want to see what the kids look like back in the day, and all you can see is a certain group of people. You got to type in, I want to see black kids, and then it will show black kids. Or you have to say, I want to see a mixture of different races of kids. You got to put that into AI.
Have y'all seen this? Like planes being stuck mid-air? Is this a glitch in the Matrix or something else going on? I've been seeing this for the past 2 years, and this shit is baffling to me. What? Here's another one, and this one damn near on the damn concrete. It's damn near on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Just
going
stuck.
on? Okay, last one. But as you can see, it's still not moving. Like, somebody gotta explain this to me, for real. I need to know what's going on here. And let me be clear, when I say somebody need to explain this to me, I mean somebody with actual logic. Please don't come on my post talking about it's because you're driving or you're walking so it looks like it's standing still. Make it make sense. Because I know that's what it says when I look it up, but I know that don't make good sense. And I live in close proximity to an airport, so I see planes often. And I see when they're landing, I see when they're taking off, I see the speed and all that. And it's normal shit. Like the planes are moving. We can see that. But these planes right here are literally stuck. You can be walking and look up and you can see that plane has not moved. You can be driving or you can drive slowly and you can still see that that plane is not moving. So what the hell is going on? Because to me, I always thought that planes have to be in constant motion once they're up in the air. And I know like helicopters, they can hover because they have the propellers or whatever. I'm not technical, so I don't know all that shit. But what I do know is something strange going on with them planes. And if you know what it is, please enlighten your girl, because I really just don't know. I usually have the answers, but I don't know for this one. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Peace, love, and light.
You know what I think it is? I think it's a hologram. I think our holographic reality is just kind of breaking apart. I think a lot of things are holograms. If you look into the research of what happened, years ago with some planes, there's a lot of people who have researched that and said that might have been holographic as well. So, look into the holograms and the holographic reality, and you might get some answers as to why those planes are just stuck.
Suffered from a wildfire a couple of days ago, right? Everyone technically lost their homes, cars, everything. But somebody took a video that was very questionable, and I'm gonna play it right now. And you guys let me know what you think about this.
¿Será verdad la teoría de la casa azul?
Oh.
Now look, I'm not one to believe in coincidences, right? I believe everything happens by design. How many coincidences until it's mathematically impossible? You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, guys. Like, this is a very interesting occurrence. The house was barely touched, okay? Everything around it demolished, burnt to ashes. But somehow it managed to stand still. Now, I'm sure some of you remember this video, right? I'm not gonna go into it too much. It's pretty self-explanatory. But I want you guys to comment and let me know what you think about this, because I don't know how many people seen that video, but yeah, that's a strange coincidence, if you know what I'm saying. So let me know what you guys think about this, because yeah, I need to hear some opinions. And
I'm buying nothing but blue clothes, blue cars, blue everything. Hey, check this out too. Check this picture out, y'all. Is Taylor Swift one of Ice Spice's handlers? You know? Because, I mean, Ice Spice is like the same age as Shaq's kids, if not younger. And Shaq says she is so damn fine. Thanks, Taylor Swift. What are you thanking her for? Did Taylor... Oh, she brought Ice Spice to Shaq. She dealt her to Shaq. Is that what's going on here? I mean, I got a lot of questions about Shaq anyway, you know what I mean? But something strange is definitely going on here.
What's going on
now,
here?
What the hell going on here, America? Look at this sky. It's
What?
moving, turning dark time in the daytime. Now, this America is by far the strangest glitch video on social media. By far. Anyone in America or anybody out in the world, can y'all please explain this video? Is this a mothership or is this a glitch in the matrix? It seemed like it's
some wizardry.
It got a timer on when to get dark in the sky. Like the firmament just pulling back. Do y'all see this? Wow. Y'all leave a comment below on what y'all think about this one, because this is very, very suspect right here. I don't know if this blue beam or CGI technology, but it looked very authentic. And from my point of view, I think it could be a mothership just passing through. I don't know. But like I said, this is a very strange video right here. I mean, you see how it's just moving across the sky, like blacking out everything, like turning it into dark, like night. Wow, TikTok. Y'all leave a comment below, and all y'all trolls, y'all leave a comment too, because this right here is crazy. What you thought you knew, you really didn't know. Stay woke out there. By the way, TikTok, this for educational purposes only, entertainment purposes only.
Man.
Navy ship
Now,
levitating
what the hell
off the
going
ground.
on here, America? Is this CGI technology? Blue beam? This look like a whole army ship in the sky, floating, levitating off the ground. Could it be a UFO cloak looking like a military ship?
Right. Is that what this
What
is?
y'all got to say about this one, TikTok? Oh, wait. Yeah, it's getting real creepy out here, America. I can't explain this one. I don't know what to even say about this one.
This got to be some
Y'all got me
CGI,
on this one.
augmented reality stuff. It's planes on top of that.
Yes, sir. I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
They don't even
Y'all
look
leave a
that
comment
big.
below on what y'all think about this one, because this is real weird right here. It looked like that thing straight levitating off the ground. Is it caught in the energy force field? Y'all let me know. Ooh, wee. Come on. Big troll alert. Come on, leave them comment.
My God, I wasn't gonna rabbit hole anymore. I wasn't going to rabbit hole it. Guys, think what happened in Maui?
Holy shit, this situation just got a whole lot fucking crazier. As you can see, former Chilean President Sebastián Piñera dies in a helicopter crash at 74 just yesterday. But before we go any further, I want everybody to be aware of the situation at hand and why we're talking about Chile. This just so happens to be what majority of southern Chile looks like at this very moment, as a series of deadly wildfires that killed over 112 people ravaged through the areas of southern Chile. Now stay with me, okay, because this is the primary reason of why we're speaking about Chile and the wildfires. As you can see, thousands of homes were destroyed in flames, which swept through the hilly settlements around the resort town of Viña del Mar starting Friday, propelled by high winds. A regional state of emergency was declared and a nighttime curfew imposed. Well, ironically, the same energy institutions that just so happen to be involved with rebuilding Maui in quotations, just so happen to have their 4th LA Conference on Sustainable Development of Energy, Water, and Environment Systems, just on the 14th to the 17th of January 2024, in where? Ironically, if you look into as to why they're interested in Viña del Mar, you might see here Viña del Mar is considered Chile's top city to live in, work in, and visit, and ranks 2nd behind only Santiago for education. And then a whole bunch of other pros for the area as well. And that doesn't seem to be the only article that seems to be talking about things like that. Now what's ironic is the company named Hitachi just so happened to have a website just a couple months ago that just so happened to be deleted that clearly stated that Maui was supposed to be the first integrated SMART island. So that's pretty interesting, and the reason why it's so damn interesting is because of this. Oh wow, you mean the SMART City Business Chile headquarters are at where? Huh. And then if you just so happen to go to their summit website, you might find things like this. And has anybody gained notice as to how many lithium mines are being built in southern Chile? I'm not laying claim to anything officially being true, but I hope I can at least connect the puzzle pieces for you a little bit easier. In the last episode, I just so happened to speak about a certain satellite that just so happened to be above Maui the day of the wildfires. Now once again, not laying claim to anything officially being true, but the satellite just so happens to be owned by a company named CERN. CERN a couple years ago just so happened to declare that they discovered the 5th force of nature, which just so happens to be something called cosmic energy. And the cosmic energy may or may not be collected via satellite. And when it is, it just so happens to be able to produce a specific beam, but you can't actually say that word openly here on TikTok. But it's ironic because I spoke about in the last video as well that there has officially been a Space Force unit created just last year, right? That is designated to defending the nation against adversary satellites that are capable of producing ground-based what? Yeah, once again, can't use that word. But gosh, that really makes you think, huh? Did you know Jeff Bezos just last year just so happened to build a SMART hub in the middle of the waters in Greece? And the main 2 areas that just so happen to communicate via data with the hub are Athens and Larissa. Wait, Athens and Larissa just had their worst fire seasons to date. Oh man, wait, what? It's not hard to research into these matters for yourself, people. I mean, come on. So many people rely on mainstream media and the news to paint this picture of truth for you.
Yo, keep the SMART stuff away from me, yo. I don't want any SMART cities near me. What y'all think? Is it the lasers, the UFO, the satellites, the
I'm telling you
cosmic
right now,
energy?
something's not right about this eclipse. This is the path that it will take, and it will cross over with the eclipse that we had in 2017, making an X on the country. Now, right there in the crosshairs, right there, is a town called Maconda, Illinois. Let's talk about it. So this is a better look at the direct path of totality that the solar eclipse will take. Right there by Carbondale, where the X meets, is Maconda. Just as a fun fact for shiggles, this has never happened in the United States. We have never had 2 solar eclipse paths cross over on one town. So this is a pretty big fucking deal. Maconda really isn't that big of a deal. It has a population of like 500 people, and it's known as a hippie town in Illinois. Now, what I did find interesting is that there is a giant city-state park inside of Maconda. Are we waking up giants? Now, Maconda translated to South African, it means little ones. Are we the little ones and they're the big ones coming when the eclipse happens? Now, maybe I'm wilding out. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe there's nothing to this. But if I am just wilding out and there is nothing to this, why have they already predicted a historical chance of cloud coverage on the day of the solar eclipse? Since when do they predict cloud coverage 2 months in advance? That shit's suspicious. The fact that this hasn't ever happened before is suspicious. The fact that there is a giant city-state park right outside Sewanee National Forest, which is known for Bigfoot sightings, is suspicious. So are the clouds a attempt to hide the eclipse from us so that we don't see what happens in the shadows? Because let me remind you, this total solar eclipse will last for 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, they definitely trying to hide what's in the skies with that one.
This sighting took place on February 19, 2018 over Henderson, Nevada. I noticed about 9 to 10 bright dots in the sky that looked like stars. The dots were in a line on approximate 45-degree angle. All of a sudden they started to move upward on that same angle. Then a lot more of the dots started moving downward at the same angle and it looked like they were attacking each other. There were many bursts with at least one big burst. It lasted for about 20 seconds. I took the video with my iPhone and it was not retouched in any way, no Photoshop or anything. It is raw footage. I do not know what it was or what happened, but it happened. The proof is in the video. I had my car window down so I know it was not a reflection. I am still shocked at what I saw, but I feel that it is important enough for MUFON to see. MUFON case file 90328.
We got Star Wars going on in the skies in Nevada. This is what Trump was talking about, guys. That's crazy. It look like something shooting something out. These some cloaked UFOs or something out here, man. Ain't that what it looked like? Some cloaked UFOs or something?
With the blood dripping out of the piano and everything. You can see it.
Okay. And don't take me the wrong way when I say this. But bro, in your religion, don't they like drink the flesh of Christ and consume his flesh as part of communion? You telling us that they putting the blood in the altar, all that right in our face. So you mean to tell me when I be talking about this religion shit, y'all ain't putting it right in my face? It's not culty? I mean, nothing about me symbolizes that I partake in cannibalism. So no offense, but you know what would be nice if y'all stop being hypocritical. And look at your likes. Thousands and thousands of likes for people who are really this narcissistic and hypocritical. And y'all really be trying to make it seem like everybody's after Christianity. It looks like Christianity be after everybody. This is why you have so many people in agreement. You know, they want to see symbolism and everything else. So that for them to have an altar, it look like he got blood and stuff going down, that's culty, but it's not culty for them to consume the flesh of Jesus.
Ask a lot of y'all work for the devil. They say they're Christians, but they fucking triple six. You know what I'm saying? So my job was out of anger to make black people get comfortable with their name. And I was very intelligent with it because I read a lot about it. I read a lot and I put all that into the music and the energy. You get what I'm saying? Because how you get Satan's name going, you get the kids to like it. Now today, see, I think we was one of the first people to break it like that. You would think Triple Six would have been a rock and roll band. So I think I was used by Satan, and I think he's a bitch.
And people be playing with the spiritual warfare stuff like it's a game when it is far from it. Even if you don't believe, it's enough to make you think and go down that rabbit hole. Because whatever that energy is, I'm going the opposite way. Facts. But as that man said, though, they got certain messages that's coming through the music. What y'all think about this video in the comments? Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content. Hit that Gmail if y'all trying to do business. Oh yeah, and by the way, for TikTok purposes, entertainment purposes only.
Not gonna lie, me and my little brother, we was definitely bumping 3-6 Mafia as kids. Mafia, you know, not even knowing what we was saying. It's clear that there's a lot of demonic worship throughout the music industry, and it's not just in today's age. It's been there for a long time. We just didn't notice it back then. Look at all the blue roofs. Everybody know what's up now. After Maui, what they doing in Chile now? I need a blue roof and a blue hat and some blue shirts, long sleeve shirts at that. They're gonna think I'm crippin' out here. That's a lot of them, ain't it? I ain't never seen that many blue roofs. I ain't never seen a blue roof, period, in all honesty. You know what they're using with these dudes, right? This is probably how they got rid of the old world. If you look at all the old world buildings, they look a lot. They look melted, honestly, and that's probably what happened. This goes on and on, huh?
Yo, what up, man? It's French Dose, we about to talk about it. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right, so y'all saw that, right? They said Beyonce broke the internet. She broke the internet, all right. Look at how spaced out she looks, bro. And did y'all notice her hand movements, right, when the video was playing? But I want y'all to pay attention to this. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, she broke the internet, all right, bro. She broke the internet, all right.
We living in Westworld, y'all. We living in Westworld. I don't even know if I'm a clone. Am I real? I don't know, man. Are my memories really my memories? That's crazy. Think about it, though.
Throwing it in our faces. I'll say me too, because I witnessed it. Right? But a lot of y'all support this, and a lot of y'all get upset when I expose this. And it's right in front of y'all face, bro. The Super Bowl proved that she's a clone. Not only is she upset with the fact that that demon over there, Taylor Swift, right, is winning every time for the Grammys and pass her every time, right? But she's throwing it in our face that she's a clone, bro. The video, the music video was the red and black checkers board right there. That's just one that's just one thing, one example right there. This her being a robot, right? Take a look at this. Look at her hands. Look at the difference in her hands, bro. Look at the difference. Look at the difference, period. Not just the tone and the color, right? Even though that's crazy, right? But the way her fingers and how long her fingers are and how thick her fingers are. And this was within days. This was within days. One was the awards, and one was the Super Bowl. A week's difference, and it looks like that. Let's go to the next one. Y'all can't tell me that y'all don't see that, bro. Y'all can't tell me that y'all don't see that, man. My name French Dose. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm here to expose this, man. I'm here to expose these people. Stop idolizing these celebrities. They casting spells on y'all while they shape-shifting right in front of you. Literally right in front of you. She's upset, still crying about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is a white woman in America. Of course she's going to win the Grammys every year. Of course she is, and you know that. That's the thing. You know that, and Jay-Z knows that too. And that goof, that clone, Kanye West, right? Who pled allegiance to Jay-Z and swallowing man. You know what? I'm not even going to go there. But even he was trying to go up against Taylor Swift. Who
What?
cares, man? Who cares about them awards over there? And I'm not trying to be racist at all. I'm mixed. I can't be. Stop idolizing these celebrities. They not in your best interest. These are demon people, bro. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only, y'all. It's right there in front of your face, man. Pay attention. Leave it in the comments, hit the like button, and make sure y'all follow me here for more, man. Salute.
Ooh-wee. They say B is a clone.
Our government tried to use gay as a weapon. Did you know that? They were proposed to build, the Department of Defense, $7.5 million to create a gay bomb. A bomb, a chemical that when it blew up, Google, if you think I'm lying, Rob, look it up. Yeah. Pat, this chemical would...
Hold on. If they proposed to make this and they knew how much it costs and all of that, right? That means they made it. And it's sitting on somebody's shelf, or they used it for their own, private purposes and not telling anybody. And they spraying it in the sky. And next thing you know, a whole city is acting very spicy.
Hit the enemy, Pat, and make them irresistible to each other.
Something tells me, Vinny, that
wait,
much like the Wuhan lab leak that leaked
Rob,
somehow here in America, buddy.
Okay, there you go. Gay bomb, informally known as a non-lethal psychochemical weapon concept that was speculated upon a research laboratory within the United States Air Force. The unconventional idea involved the dispersion of sex pheromones over enemy forces with the intent of generating mutual sexual attracting among them, causing mass confusion.
In 1990.
In this video, this lady speaks about how it's non-human entities walking among us in an encounter she recently had at the grocery store. Make sure you watch until the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
Listen up, y'all. There are beings that is walking this earth, and they are not human. I just came from Kroger's. I just got off of work. I went to go pick up a few items, y'all. I go to the bread aisle. Now, the bread aisle is super long. I'm at one end of the bread aisle. There's a guy that's about 3/4 of the way down in the bread aisle. He got a cart. I got a cart. He's looking at me. And you know how you can see out your peripheral that somebody's staring at you. He ain't just looking, but he's staring at me. I kind of look his way. He's still staring. I go ahead and I get my bread. I go back around the other way because I'm going to the international aisle to get some pasta and some other stuff. While I'm in the international aisle at one end, this guy comes around and he's at the top of the same aisle. I see him still looking at me. Now, mind you, there's a couple of things that I need to get out of that aisle. So the first part of the aisle, I grab what I need to grab and I go about midways down. He's at the other end. So he's staring at me still. So I kind of look at him and I go like, how do you give somebody that type look? He's still staring. So I'm looking for what I'm looking for. I can't really find it because he's throwing me off because he keeps staring. Mind you, this man don't have nothing in his cart. He's not even turned to look at any food. He's looking directly at me. By this time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not on it. I'm about to just stare you down. So I turn to look at him. Y'all, when I tell you, this man stared at me and his eyes turned black. Everything in his whole eyeball, not just the pupil, but the white part, turned completely black. He looked, it said black, and then he walked away. When I tell you I left that car sitting in that aisle, I didn't even buy nothing from Kroger's. I left out and I came home. There is stuff, there is beings that is walking in this earth, and they at the store, they at whatever, they look like us and everything else, but they are not human.
That's crazy. That thing read your mind. Yeah, that's what it did. It done read her whole soul as soon as she looked at it.
This guy explains the truth about wisdom teeth. Make sure you watch until the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
These two teeth here and these two teeth here make up a $3 billion a year industry. Your wisdom teeth, specifically wisdom teeth removals. Now, where do they get the name wisdom teeth? Well, each tooth in the human body is related by a meridian to an organ in the body. These are like energetic pathways with nerves and all that. And 85% of people need to have their wisdom teeth extracted during their lifetime. 10 million wisdom teeth are extracted from approximately 5 million people in the U.S. each year at an annual cost of over $3 billion. According to the meridian chart, your wisdom teeth connect to your heart and your pineal gland, your endocrine gland, it says. So that could be why they're called wisdom teeth, but why else? Much like the pain of childbirth, which releases endorphins and adrenaline into your body, that actually rewires your brain. That's why on an MRI, women who have given birth naturally and experienced that pain have a totally different look to their brain than a woman without kids. So the pain and adrenaline that you experience when your wisdom teeth are coming in rewires your brain, makes new pathways and new neuron connections in your brain. The problem is you'll get an x-ray and your teeth will be sideways, and that's because they grow in sideways but straighten out over time. Which could mean that a lot of people get their wisdom teeth removed unnecessarily, which might affect the connection between their pineal gland, heart, and their organs, etc. But I will say, it is still possible for someone who has their wisdom teeth removed to be healthier than someone who has them in. So it's powerful.
That is very true. Y'all, has anyone else out there got their wisdom teeth removed? I got my tops removed, a couple years ago. I wasn't going to get it done. The dentist kept telling me, you should get it done. You should get it done. Used to tell me when I was younger, you should get it done while you're under your parents' insurance. I was like, yeah, I'll think about it. Nope, not getting that done. But then I got this very excruciating cavity in one of my wisdom teeth. Like there was a hole in the side of it. And I'm talking about I would be down and out. I'd be at work and then randomly, I can't even work right now. Y'all gonna have to take over. Because it would hurt so bad. So I had to get it taken out. But I still have 2 in on the bottom. So maybe I'm kind of connected, a little bit to my pineal gland.
In this video, this lady speaks the truth about adding baking soda to your water. Make sure you watch until the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
Okay, I have another product share for you. Because God's medicine should not break the bank. So I know a lot of us are buying like alkaline water and or maybe an alkaline system in our house to make our water alkaline. But did you know that pure baking soda, and I like this brand because it doesn't have an aluminum in it, it is pure premium quality baking soda, that if you put just a pinch of baking soda in your water, that it alkalines the water and it helps neutralize the acid in your stomach. And I actually drink about 2 glasses of water with the baking soda in it, because with everything in moderation. I've had people tell me, well, if 2 cups of soursop work for you, then 4 cups should work great. And then they end up getting a stomach ache or, they end up not feeling well. Even God's medicine, everything in moderation. And pay attention to your body always. But if you put just literally a little pinch of baking soda in your glass of water, it actually does wonders. If you suffer from UTIs, it will help neutralize your kidneys and help break up some of that stuff so that it helps with UTI. If you suffer from acne, it's actually safe enough. The FDA has regarded this as generally safe, is what they call it. It's a safe product. And if you put a paste of that and water on your face, it helps pull the bacteria out of your acne. It'll help with your clear your acne on your face. If you brush your teeth with it, it helps remove the stains. If you gargle with it, it helps get the bacteria out of your mouth. It actually helps neutralizes your breath, and it has antibacterial and antimicrobial benefits to it. It is an amazing product, and like I said, instead of buying a bunch of alkaline water that's very expensive, like I said, God's medicine is not meant to break the bank. Just use baking soda and it will be amazing for you. But always do your research, pay attention to how you're feeling, but it's a great thing to add to your regimen. I love you. God loves you so much.
I'm gonna have to try
What's
that.
going on here?
What the hell going on here, America?
What
Look
was
at that
that?
giant
Oh
squid.
snap!
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that is a big squid, ain't it?
There's been a whole lot
They're
of
just
strange
laughing.
creatures coming out that sea lately, out the ocean, worldwide.
It's coming to get you.
All kind of giant squids, crabs, and all kind of stuff. Mermaids, everything. What an amazing time to be living right now. Y'all leave a comment below on what y'all think about this video. Wow. Thanks for watching. Ooh-wee. Every day.
No lie, I would have been scared. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't messing with no squid.
Coming to life. It's like we moving in a new world right now. All the old world is moving out. Everything biblical and ancient coming back to life. And these receipts right here showing that everything is happening. People still.
Oh, he caught on that mug or something.
Like everything fake, everything is CGI, but they just don't know. They ain't paying attention. But if you got that eye and you got that ear, then you know. And if you know, you really know. Y'all stay woke out there. Peace, love, and light.
80% of Americans test positive for a chemical found in Cheerios and Quaker Oats that may cause infertility and delayed puberty.
Hey, what's crazy is they try to advertise both of those as being healthy products. It's good for your cholesterol. Eat your Cheerios.
You know, it's almost like those conspiracy theorists that talk about population control are onto something.
COINTELPRO. Right there. That's what they did to destroy us in the 60s. That's how they destroyed the civil rights movement. Alright? In the Black Panther Party. This is why every organization back then, like Bloods and Crips, that was actually organizations to protect the community, are now gangs. This COINTELPRO program that the FBI got going on, that they've been had going on. COINTELPRO tactics are still used to this day. So to my real students that really rock with me, y'all got to know that I'm going through this right now. We going through this. COINTELPRO tactics are still used to this day and have been alleged to include discrediting targets through psychological warfare, smearing individuals and groups. They will even forge documents. That means they will make shit up that don't even exist about your ass. You cannot believe shit they showing y'all on the fucking news like they haven't motherfucking did this to us before. COINTELPRO is a series of covert and illegal projects conducted by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, pay attention to the words, y'all, so y'all can know what's going on. Because that's what they on right now with my university. They on some, they've activated COINTELPRO. So I'm just letting my real students know what's going on and new students know what's going on and why it's going on, because I'm awakening y'all. All right? And you know, they did this before though. They did this to the Black Panther Party, and they got the media and the resources to push more propaganda out there. So that's what they're doing right now. So let's read about what COINTELPRO program is. It's a series of covert and illegal projects conducted by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation aimed at surveillance, infiltrating, discrediting, pay attention to the words, y'all, aimed at surveillance, infiltrating, that's where the bots come from, discrediting, and disrupting domestic American political organizations. Now, we are not political, but because we are speaking about what's really going on, they would consider us political. Any spiritual leader or guide that's speaking up for his people, I consider myself, I am that I am. But if y'all want to call me anything, just call me a revolutionary. Stamp it on me. You see what I'm saying? I'll take it and run with it. I like that word. And I like all the smoke that come with that word too. You get what I'm saying? But, because I'm a rebellious slave, I'll never just bow down. You got me fucked up.
That's why they got Rashad Jamal, man. And it's a few other of these so-called leaders out here that used to talk bad about Rashad Jamal. They probably part of the whole COINTEL program.
For fear that you'll lose yourself in their expectations of you.
Well, I've felt that way for a long time. And then I see my big face on that movie screen with no makeup on and my natural hair color, and I'm like, oh, I just gave it away. I mean, I mean, you know, I have always liked shapeshift.
Right.
Whoa.
Sammy gets offered a record
Shapeshifter.
deal by these two weird-looking guys but turns it down. They then go up to Lil D and offer it to him, to which he agrees and signs it without reading the terms. Lil D unknowingly just sold his soul to the devil, who takes the form of a record producer by the name of Big D.
Is that Santa?
Close. Big D.
Really? Hey, they call me Lil D. What your D stand for?
Yeah, Dwight. Yes, that's it, Dwight.
At first, Little D is eager for his big break, but soon finds that something is off about his deal. They begin to change him and even try to make him wear a dress. This episode parallels the theories of celebrities selling their souls in order to make it in the industry. They make him dye his hair blonde and wear a dress, which are rituals performed in Hollywood. Fortunately, at the end, his contract is void and Lil D gets his soul back and is freed from the label.
That never happens. At the end. They never get their soul back. What's going on in San Fran? Whoa.
What the hell?
A bunch of choppers out there. Police. What's in the sky? What's that over there in the sky? Is that a reflection? I don't know. Did y'all catch that?
What the hell going on here, America?
Viewer discretion is advised.
These them paintings Epstein had up in his mansion. Ooh, wait. Look very darkish, don't it? If you know what I mean.
A little
Look at
weird.
that one. You know what she getting ready for. Look at this one. Man, don't this remind y'all of Hostile?
Seems to be a tangible year of something about to happen. We can feel it. It's right out in front of us.
There is always something about to happen.
Why is it that we go through that at the end of a yearly cycle, that this is the year, and then we are forced into waiting once again? It's go time for us.
Wait. Again, remember, no insistence, no assumption. Drop your expectations. There is no waiting necessary. If you're acting on your passion, you're living in the moment, what are you waiting for? You are experiencing the joy of living in the moment. Don't wait. Don't expect something better to come along. There is nothing more important than what's happening in front of you in this moment. Nothing.
Is our government then messing with us?
We
Is the
do
media messing with
do
us?
not address conspiracy theories.
I'm not.
I am.
Right. Why is that?
The transmission of step one will explain it all.
For the first time in history, it seems that this planet is ready.
It is not the first time in your history. There's a lot of history that you have lost. One of the things that will be given to all of you when open contact occurs is the complete history of your planet. And I understand that that seems contradictory because, as we have said, when you change your present, you change your past. But the idea is that you will be given the history of the planet you finally wind up on, the version of Earth that is relevant for contact. And that will be the history that will allow you to establish the present person you have defined yourself to be and allow you to experience the idea of the future that is relevant for that person.
We need this information. Thank you, Bashar.
You are welcome.
Pay attention and listen because they are preparing mass evacuations for all Americans. Look.
That the U.S. is planning for mass evacuations of Americans if the war were to spread. Can you kind of give context of how likely you guys are viewing that scenario and whether this is very top level planning, or if there's some sort of granular detail that you guys are going into on this effort.
I won't go into granular detail on operational planning one way or another, but it would be imprudent and irresponsible if we didn't have folks thinking through a broad range of contingencies and possibilities. And certainly evacuations are one of those things. I mean, there's not a place in the world where the Pentagon doesn't have contingency plans on the shelf. May need updating, but have them on the shelf to help with the evacuation of American citizens. And given what's going on in the Middle East right now, I think it's perfectly reasonable. I think it would be imprudent and irresponsible if we weren't doing some kind of contingency thinking. But we're not at a point of execution right now. And there are still plenty of opportunities, for instance, even in Israel, for people to get out. We're still doing contract charter flights, and there's still commercial flights going in and out of Ben Gurion. And frankly, the demand signal for our contract charter flights hasn't been very high. They're still going, but they're not all filled. And the same could be said for places like Lebanon. But each country's different, and the threats and challenges in each will change over time. And we're doing all the right prudent thinking that you would expect us to.
I know that you've thanked Qatar for its role in helping to secure the release of some of the hostages so far, but I was wondering if the U.S. believes that Qatar should expel the Hamas leaders that are in the country right now.
I don't think. Well, I'll just say we're having conversations with partners across the region, and we know that Qatar has an open line of communication with Hamas. And as you saw, we thank Qatar for their support in helping get those two.
If you were paying close attention at the very end, he said, are you guys going to expel the Hamas leaders that are in the country right now? That's confirmation that there are sleeper cells right now in this country waiting for a phone call. We are honestly on the brink of a World War III, and there is no denying it. It's coming.
Y'all ready for WW3?
This morning, Montana's governor has signed a bill to ban TikTok, the first state to do so.
Senate Bill 419 has passed the House.
That is all, Mr. Speaker.
The law, set to take effect next January, aims to punish the Chinese-owned app and the app stores that offer it. An entity violates this law when there is the operation of TikTok by the company or users, or if the entity offers the option to download the TikTok mobile application by a mobile application store. Penalties won't apply to people using the app. Lawmakers say it's all about security.
TikTok is a national security threat. This app steals information and data from users.
Every app on the App Store steals your information and data. They won't talk about that, though. They just worried about TikTok for some reason. I don't think TikTok going nowhere. Even with this, they said that it's going to take effect next January. By the time next January rolls around, we're not even going to be talking about this. It's going to be off the table.
The ability to share that data with the Chinese Communist Party is unacceptable.
TikTok's Chinese owner, ByteDance, has denied stealing data or spreading propaganda.
The bottom line is this. American data stored on American soil by an American company, overseen by American personnel.
You guys seen what's going on in Chile? Looks very similar to what went on in Hawaii. What do you guys think should happen from here? I think something needs to start happening. These people need to be taken out of control. What do you guys think?
What's your theory about space? There's so many different ones out here. It's interesting to hear other people's thoughts on it. Some people believe that it's above us in the sky. Some people believe that there's no space at all. And then you have people like me who believe space is in the ocean. There's so many different reasons why I feel like this, but one of the biggest reasons is because most UFOs are seen coming out of the ocean or going into the ocean. Not only that, there were reports of astronauts damn near drowning in space. There's water up there? And don't get me wrong, I know we are aqua-based people. We come from an aqua-based planet, as above, so below. However, I just feel like they're going in that water. That's why they have those suits and those helmets like Sandy on SpongeBob. And before I show y'all these videos, it's important to note that there are so many...
Sandy on SpongeBob gives it away. I'm telling you, they try to put it in your brains as a kid. They're like, listen, this is what an astronaut really is. They're really underwater.
Different types of UFOs. Most people look at UFOs or think about UFOs and think they're like triangular shapes or no, there's so many different ones. And I'm gonna show y'all how many UFOs have been identified up to this point. I'm sure this list is not all inclusive. Now, some of these videos I'm about to show y'all are not in English, so I don't know what they're saying, but that's not important. Let's look at what's going on in these videos.
Ще спеціальний?
Whoa, straight into the water. That's crazy.
Ламба, отродок, а що спеціальний?
A blue orb shoots overhead.
What the was that?
It's an orb. I got an orb on video right now. A fucking orb.
What the fuck is
unedited. Oh my god.
What the
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's on the surface of the water. It's on the surface of the water. It's just skimming across the water right now. It's not above the water. It's on. Oh!
Next, check out this clip from Yaki Awakened where he talks about space being in the ocean.
He called the waters above the heavens, or the Hashemayim, and then he called the waters below the seas. So we have to understand that in order to even get outer space, you got to go inner space, which is going into the sea. We're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of creatures and species that we have never came into contact with. Thousands. You know, and then, you know, they haven't even been to the bottom of the ocean.
How deep do you feel like the bottom of the ocean is?
Man, miles and hundreds of miles, man. They be lying. Hundreds of miles. So, for instance, it was a scientist that got killed. He got killed. Look this up. He went to the bottom of the ocean, and he went so far that he hit a part. He went in the ocean and found a lake in the ocean. A lake.
One of the most amazing things that I've ever seen in the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planet in the Gulf of Mexico. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. We went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend in it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down in it. We literally bounced off, and as we bounced off, we sent ripples heading back to the shoreline. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Coincidentally, a few days after this aired on the television that he had made this discovery, when him and his friend were flying the helicopter.
That's a cue. Don't get in helicopters. If you got some controversial stuff going on, or if you're just a person that you're a big name person, don't get in the helicopter, man. We seen what happened around the time of the Super Bowl, the Chile guy, he got COVID. Listen, helicopters are their way of getting rid of people.
What do you think space is? Or do you even think space exists? And as always, peace, love, and appreciation for watching.
It's a good question. What do you guys think space is? Do you think it's up there? Do you think it's down there? Do you think space is all around you? Take a second and define the word space. Look it up, see what space actually means, and then answer that question. But yeah, guys, those are some of the most creepy and bizarre TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.